now, big and loud for your final comic tonight, the very funny Curtis Everett!
Yeah.
Give it up one more time for Emma. I know what you're thinking. Don't worry. There's no Dutch Brothers missing their manager right now. Got my shift covered. Yeah. No, but in spite of the fact, I want to clear something up about my appearance. In spite of the fact that I look like I could star in a Jarhead porn parody tomorrow, I'm not a vet. I never served in the military, and that can confuse some people. What with maybe my face, maybe my hair, maybe the fact I look great in earth tones. Which, good news, I found my color. Bad news, it's beige. So people will come up to me and they'll be like, "Oh, did you serve?" Or, "Oh, what branch?" And I have to look at them square in their beautiful Christian faces and say, "No, I went to art school." See, I look great in beige. That's not fair because it's the only color that looks like it sounds like, right? Beige. It's not fair to me. It's already got in the name. It's already giving you a preemptive. How's this look? It doesn't matter. I have a beige car. I did that, like I bought it on purpose. It wasn't called beige at the dealership. At the dealership, it was called Desert Storm. And I feel like the salesman was really leaning into that point, but I had to clarify. I was like, "Look, I know what I look like, but just the fact that this car is called the Jeep Patriot means it's done more for this country than I ever will." So I've been exploring my sexuality lately. Which just means that I've been driving over hills faster, you know? You know that feeling? Some people are like, "Oh, I get that feeling in the pit of my stomach. Oh, I feel it right here in the pit." Oh, well, apparently the pit of my stomach is in my taint. I don't know what it is. It feels great. I love that feeling. It's like an orgasm gifted to you by physics, right? It's like Sir Isaac Newton getting up in that spot. I don't understand why we don't celebrate it when it happens. When it happens, everyone feels it, and everyone's just like, "Oh." You can let out a fart and no one wants to know. But it feels good. We should high five each other. I don't know how to end this joke. So I told you those to tell you this. So that hill thing was inspired by a real hill going from Corvallis to Independence. I work in Corvallis, live in Salem. So I go up this hill and it's a crazy steep hill, and if you hit it going like 80 miles an hour, you'll blow your butthole right out. I swear to God. It's amazing. The first time I discovered it, I had to hold on to something besides the steering wheel. It's like, "Oh God, Mr. President," or whatever. So it was last week. I was gone for the whole week, and I got back on Monday, and everything had just piled on. At work, and everything was happening all at once, and I on my way home, I cried, I wept, and it wasn't a good look for me. Also, I drive with my shirt down in the summer, because that's how I party, just like full Jimmy Buffett, just Margaritaville, all up and down the thorax, and you didn't like that one, that's fine. And so I hit this hill, and just as I'm going over it, I'm like, "Oh great, climax," and I hit the top, I go down, and there is a sheriff waiting for me right on the other side of this fucking hill. And I'm like, he got me, right? So he pulls me over. I was going like 75. He's like, "You know how fast you were going?" And I was like, "I don't know, 60? And he's like, "Really? 60? And I was like, "It doesn't matter, I'm fucking lying." Who rats on themselves, right? I was going to say, I earned that one, give me that ticket. No one does that. And so he's like, "All right, let me see that insurance." I was like, "All right, well, there's a lot in my glove compartment, so it's going to take a second." So I open, and he goes, "Is it insured?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he goes, "That's fine." Which is the greatest example of white privilege I've ever experienced. Because I have done nothing for this man to trust me. I've already lied to him. I have tears in my eyes. My shirt is wide open. I look like a man with nothing to lose. I look like a stepdad on his way to his second DUI. You understand? looks at the car, looks at me, he goes, "You serve?" I was like, "Of course, right?" And I can't lie about that thing. And so I was like, "No, it's funny you say that though. I'm a comedian, and usually that's the first joke in some of my longer sets." And he was like, "Oh, you're a comedian, huh?" And I was like, "Shit." "Tell me a joke, convince me not to give you this ticket right now." And I was like, "All right, well, you know that hill you just caught me going down?" So I told him that little joke, and it's kind of a bummer because now that officer knows how I get off and where I get off and where I am. But he loves it. He starts laughing. He's like, "Ah, that's great." And he goes back to his car to run my license or whatever. But before he does, he goes, "You think of another joke, and I'm going to go take care of something." I'm like, "All right, cool." So I think I got him, right? Thinking of another joke. He comes back. He's like, "You're fine." He hands me my license, my registration, and everything. And he goes, "You know, before I let you go, funny thing about that hill." I was like, "Yeah." He goes, "Someone was murdered at the base of that hill about 3 weeks ago." All right, you had yourself the same trip. And then just drove off, probably to go murder another stranger at the bottom of that hill. All right, I'm Curtis. Thanks, guys.